So I put up a post talking about the Kendra Scott situation, right? Which did his little numbers on Facebook and all that, you know what I mean? 180,000 views, over 1,000 comments. And there was something that kept sticking out to me. The fact that I'm pointing out the way she did it, she's wrong. She fucked herself. She pretty much gonna do some time, a nice amount of time. They charging her with murder one now, or first degree murder. Even if she take a lesser charge, you know what I'm saying, whether it's second degree or manslaughter, whatever, she already 36. What you about to go do, 25 years? Because you did it wrong, you know what I mean? So my whole thing was to say, because it's a teaching moment at the same time. Anytime we see somebody fuck up, you know what I'm saying? Like, the internet is right at the palm of our hands for us all to see it so that we don't make the same mistakes. You dig what I'm saying? So if she was going to say that her defense is she seen a grown man under her 13-year-old daughter's bed, she lost it. You was supposed to shoot him right then and there in the house. You don't tell him to get his stuff and get out, boom, 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 boom. Now he's leaving out. He's not a threat. The threat is gone now. You run down and shoot him in the back of the head, killed him. Like, you can't spin that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I see people trying to make excuses now, like, yo, you know, you never know what you'll do in that situation. Yo, she snapped, she flipped out, No, she did it wrong. She should have did that right then and there. You don't wait for somebody to leave. Now, like, how can you claim self-defense, or you was protecting your daughter and you, because y'all females, y'all women, is a strange man in the house, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't even spin it that way. But the thing that was getting me, because that's all my conversation was really about. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I did say her daughter's fast, which is the truth. And people in the comments saying, oh, you shouldn't call a child fast. So who I'm supposed to call fast? The word fast in this type of situation does mean something. Am I supposed to call an adult fast? I don't get that. Like, adults are supposed to be having sex. How could I call an adult fast? That term is meant for young people that's having sex too early. You're moving too fast. That's why we calling you fast. So for the people in my comments that saying, oh, you shouldn't call a child fast and all that, well, who are we supposed to call fast? Adults? That don't even make sense. Another thing that kept coming up in the comments, you know, everybody saying, but he a pedophile. He a pedophile. First of all, there was a lot of people saying, oh, because I'm saying the mom did it wrong, I'm defending a pedophile. Are y'all fucking stupid? Y'all dumb? What's wrong with y'all, man? It just made me really realize how fucking stupid a large percentage of the internet is, even when it comes down to just basic shit like this. Saying she did it wrong according to the law is not me defending a pedophile. I'm not even discussing what dude was or what dude did, because we didn't get the details of the case. I didn't hear if they was having sex. Was he just in the room hanging out? Then I'm hearing that he was like, he had mental health issues, so he, you know, had the brain of a child. Which the next morning I asked, yo, what kind of grown man would try to sneak and hide under a bed? Like, who? Like, I don't know no grown man that could fit under a bed. What grown man in his mind is gonna say, let me hide under a bed? That's the last thing a man gonna do. Whether the police coming in or you knocking off somebody's wife and the husband come home, like, you gonna try to hide under the bed? Like, us men, our brains don't even work like that. So that was the first question that I asked about 24 hours later, before we even got any details about him and his mental health issues, you know what I'm saying? But it was a question that I had asked, like, yo, why would a grown man even try to do that? But then I was actually having conversations with a few people like, yo, you know what? people in the comments saying he a grown ass man, and I'm just thinking the 20 years old is an adult, but is not a grown ass man. If a cop, let's say at 20 years old, you're supposed to be in college, right? So if a cop gunned down a black unarmed college student, 20 years old, will we be saying he a grown ass man? No, we would be saying that's a college kid. What do we classify as grown ass man? Or is it just whatever fits your narrative for whatever point you're trying to push? And even with that, motherfuckers couldn't answer the question. They like, yo, you defending a pedophile. Yo, what the fuck is wrong with y'all, bro? Nowhere in my caption on that post, nowhere in the comments of what anybody was saying out of the 1,000 comments was anybody defending a pedophile. I wanted to ask these questions because, again, my whole premise, the whole purpose of my post was she did it the wrong way. So if she did it the wrong way, what the hell could be her defense in court? What could she say? So that's why I was asking, what are we classifying a grown ass man? And from the picture that I seen, dude didn't look like no grown ass man. He looked like he could have been a teenager or a young man. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say a grown ass man. Like he's 6'2" with a fucking full beard and shit. Like that be fucking crazy. Now, granted, 20 years old with a 13-year-old is fucking unacceptable. You get what I'm saying? But, again, I'm not, because she already killed him, so it ain't like he could go to court and we could have this conversation about what the fuck he did. You killed him. So now the conversation is about what Kendra Scott did. How she did it. A lot of people feel like she shouldn't have did that. She should have called the police. In my opinion, I don't want to see none of our sisters, black women in our community, mothers, especially the single mothers, crashing out and doing that type of shit. Like, that's for us men to do. You get what I'm saying? So when people in my comments saying like, yo, if that was your daughter, that's for me to do. It's for me to go to prison and stand on some shit. And I wouldn't have did it the way she did it. This is why you got to let the men handle it. Because women do shit out of emotions. You're not thinking. As men, even in the heat of that moment, I need to think. I need to be able to do this the right way because I need to be able to get away with this. You dig? So if I had came home and dude was under my daughter's bed, yeah, I'd have put him down right then and there. Only thing I know is I came home and it was a fucking dude popped out of the, you know what I mean? Whether they charge me with whatever, I'll be able to fight it how I want to fight it or fight it how I can fight it in court, you know, and my daughter's mom would still be out here to watch over her, you know what I mean? Not her sitting in prison and now my 13-year-old daughter really out here doing some other shit, you know what I mean? Because it looks like that's just what it was, you know what I'm saying? And I guess that's what it is. But, you know, more information has came out that this wasn't the first time that she had boys over there, you know what I mean? Which would make sense why the mom was even saying to her, like, yo, if I catch a boy in here, I'm a smoke him, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. I'm just befuddled that y'all in the comments, so many of y'all was just so fucking stupid. Talking about what she did wrong is not defending a pedophile. Nobody never said that wasn't some pedophile shit. Clearly that's some pedophile shit. Do that even need to be said? I ain't think I needed to fucking state the obvious. We fucking know that. Fucking dickheads.